Thank you. All right, you guys, next video. So what are we going to talk about? Vision boards. Okay, so a while ago I had my apartment remodeled and I just threw a lot of stuff in the closet, and about a week ago I started pulling everything out, and lately I've been just so inspired and motivated. I found my old vision board. Actually, I already knew where it was. It was in the same spot that I left it like probably 3 or 4 years ago. But I started pulling out all this old paperwork that I won't say what kind of paperwork it is, but it's like business oriented, and I didn't forget about it, but I saw it and it just sparked something within me that I need to get back on my. And lately I always like to say, so if you're not, because I think words are very powerful, I don't like to say I'm sick or ill. I always like to say, well, just recently I like to say I'm not at my best. I'm not at my best. So right now, for a while now, I haven't been at my best, but I said, you know what, Aisha, why aren't you not having this stuff out to be motivated and inspired every day? So before I had my place remodeled, I had all this paperwork, literally, or all my ideas and thoughts. Literally, before you entered my bedroom, I had a doorway, right? In the doorway, I had all my business cards of people that I was doing business with. I had contracts that I had drawn up, and I had them on the wall. I had just all kinds of different paperwork, things that I need to get done. And then I had like little mini vision boards, meaning literally I would have, you guys, no lie, it would be cardboard, right? And I would write on there like a to-do list, what I need to do, and I would write it in black marker in big like font, right, writing. And then every time that I would execute something, I would get a red marker and draw right through it like it was done. It was good job. And every time I would see that, it would kind of motivate me like, okay, shoot, okay, there's 20 things on the list. You've already marked off 7. What's the next thing? And I usually sometimes start with the easiest thing. So like, for example, I'm just giving you an example, 20 things on my list, from buying a car, buying a house, buying some more property, I don't know, just anything, buying a new pair of shoes. I'll go to the easiest one first, buying a new pair of shoes. That's simple. We can go buy a pair of shoes right now, right? I would do it and cross it off just to get the ball rolling, to get me motivated. And I literally would have these things. There would be sometimes that I would have things like right next to my bed. So when I wake up, the first thing I would see is that to-do list, or that thing, that inspirational quote that gets me going for the day. You get what I'm saying? So every time that I entered my room, came out my room, go in, go out, I would look at these particular things, and it would keep me like on track. So, and what I think I'm gonna do at the end of this video, I'm gonna make this kind of a short video. I'm gonna show you my vision board, and there's actually something on there that really probably many years ago, and I'm sure it's stamped because it was a letter, you guys, and it was a letter from somebody that, and I'll even read it. I can read it to you because, of course, it's a letter, right? I'm going to read it to you. This person inspired me so much to get me back on track, and this was actually during 2019. This was in 2008-ish, when the big economic just slowed everybody down. God, what a time that was, you guys. A lot of people got blindsided during that. But then some people, let me tell you, some people had, getting off track, but that's okay. This is Rambling Sundays. I'm just saying my thoughts and my rambles for Sunday. You guys sit down with me. A lot of people got hurt, but there was a few people out there that had the foresight to see what was coming down the road and prepared for it and became million and billionaires. I'm just saying. So when that happened, you guys, literally, it threw me for a loop. I think I had just left a job. Let me tell you what I did. I had just left a job of 13 years to go to another job, but it was on the fast track. I was going to become a manager very quickly, right? That was my mistake, being a manager of somebody else's business instead of being the manager or the boss of my business. Just saying, that's just me. That's how I feel about it. So once I got into the position, things kind of started slowing down, and then 2008 hit, 2007, 2008 hit, boom. Everything just slowed. And then at the time, I think I had one job, but then I went to 2 jobs because I'm notorious for working 2 jobs. And then I was working 2 jobs, and I quit one, and then all this stuff happened, and then I ended up moving back to California, San Diego. So there I was probably at my lowest because I had my son, of course. So we moved back to San Diego, and I thought at that time, 2008, just like I said, it hit, so people lost their homes, cars, businesses, what is it called? What do you call it? 401ks just went down. It was very hard for everybody. Some people even lost their lives. It was really a very interesting and sad time to watch everything unfold. But then that enlightened me, because that got me starting to read even more, because I said, I need to know what's going on. So all the people that were sounding the alarm back then, I was really paying attention to. And I read their books and their just all the literature that they were talking about, the crisis that was coming and whatnot. And I'm getting kind of off subject, but let me go back to my vision board. So one company that I worked for, and I won't say which company, when I show you, I'll do another snippet. I'll bring my vision board out and I'll show you what it is. I would have to say, out of all the companies that I worked for, was the best company I've ever worked for the simple fact that I really felt that they cared, and the CEO was super laid back and cool. I think I've only got to meet him like once or twice, but he kind of knew who I was, if I remember, because of what I did in the company, and I was like a hustler. I hustled for, damn, I wish we would have got commission, because I would have been doing very well. But they had this program, and tell me how many companies have this program, because I know the company I'm working for does not have this particular program. But look, to right now in 2019, so many people are living paycheck to paycheck, right? That I know. And tell me, leave a comment down below if you know somebody, or maybe yourself, you're living paycheck to paycheck. And literally, if you would miss one or two of those paychecks, you would be in the hole. If you had to repair your tires on your car, you would be in the hole. If there was an accident in your family, you would be in the hole. If whatever the case may be, you would be in the hole. They had a program to where they would cater your lunch every day, meaning like, so they brought in a bit, and I like the fact that they used to work with like small companies. So like if you had a catering business and you had barbecue, Aisha's Barbecue, this company would actually contract with you to literally, and I think there was like 1, 2, maybe like 5 locations in all of Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. They would cater to all those particular places. How awesome is that? Now that's talking about building. Look how, you know, that cycle went. You get what I'm saying? This particular person was building a business. He had a business, very big business empire, and then was branching out and helping other small businesses by bringing them business. I'm just saying. But what I really liked about it, and I actually, the letter that I wrote to this particular person, I think I said it, or maybe I said it in another video. It really meant a lot to me, because at the time I was working 2 jobs, so I was actually doing quite well. I had a lot of money, very tired, handling business, but I had money, right? So people, okay, so you know when you work, you either get paid on the first, not the first, once a month, or like military, 1st and the 15th every 2 weeks, or you get paid every week. Could you imagine, you know, when you get to the last, and I've been there, done that, you get down to like, maybe you get paid on Friday and it's Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're down to your last $5 and you need gas. You need to give the kids some money for school. You need to eat, so on and so forth. By them catering those meals in every day, that was one less meal that you had to, you know, worry about eating. And it was just really awesome. Our back room was so awesome. It looked like a little convenience store. They had chips and, you know, candy bars, drinks, water, stuff like that. And you couldn't take, of course, like 5 home or whatever. But if you were drinking the water, or you had another water, you could take the water home. Just little things like that meant a lot to me. They had also, what do you call it? Just all these little programs. Of course, they had incentives. You got a discount if you bought particular products with this company. But I just really admired the way he ran his company, and how a lot of CEOs or bosses or managers, or like I'm not talking about you go to work and your supervisor's right there in your face. I'm talking about the people that are on the very top are very accessible. I don't care who you are, what your business are. If you are the CEO of a company and you're accessible, I can walk up to you and be like, hey, what's up? You know, I had this idea, literally. Or can I have a few minutes of your time? Or can I talk to you for a minute? And they take time. Oh yeah, well, what's up, Aisha? People don't realize the people at the bottom, that means so much. It's like we always say this, that I won't say at my job, but you know, different jobs that I've worked at. It's so funny how the higher ups always pass these rules down, like rules and regulations. Don't do this, dude. Don't do this. I want you to stand here. I don't want you to do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's like a lot of the stuff that they pass down is really not practical. And what I mean by that is, the people at the bottom that are actually doing the grunt work or the actual physical labor, I'm not saying they know a little bit more, because obviously, yes, you are the CEO, you might have degrees and whatnot, but why wouldn't you want to ask the people at the bottom that are actually doing the physical work, the labor in your company, what their thoughts are and what you could do possibly to make your company better? I bet you 90% of the ideas they could give you could make them millions. I'm just saying, millions upon millions. As a matter of fact, the company that I used to work to, I think they did have a program. If they did implement one of your ideas, you got a percentage. I can't remember, it was a long time ago, but it was just a very well-ran company, and I really enjoyed working there. I really did. And at the time I was working two jobs. It was really a great company to work for. I'm just saying, and it just popped into I had a moment. That person is actually on my vision board, and I'm going to do a part 2, you guys. I'm going to freeze this up, and I'm going to do a part 2, and you're going to see the vision board, and I'm going to show you exactly what's on it and who this person is. And even to this day, I admire. And you know what? I think if I wanted to, I probably could get access to him. I wonder if he would let me do an interview with him. I'm just saying. I'm going to have to follow through with that. I'm going to follow through with that. This video's over, you guys. If you have a vision, definitely start putting it into motion. It's a great time to put stuff into motion, you guys. Definitely a great time to put stuff into motion. It's no time like the present, you guys. What are you waiting for? Someone to hand you something? That's not going to happen. You got to do the work. You got to do your work. And I'm just saying, one thing, people always talk about getting motivated and inspired. Well, motivated and inspire yourself, you guys. Like I said, I found all my old contracts and paperwork for businesses and all that stuff. So I'm re-putting that all back up in my bedroom so I can get inspired again. I mean, are you happy where you're at? If you're not happy where you're at, do something about it. I'm just saying. I'm done rambling again. Just saying. Alright, you guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you don't have a vision board, look it up. And let me just throw it out real quick, you guys. You guys remember, what is it? Law of Attraction came out many, many years ago. That really was just scratching the surface, but that's where I pulled my vision board from. And I instantly went out and got a vision board. Why not get a vision board? Just saying. Alright, you guys, have a great day. I'm done. Bye. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and here is the letter that I had on my vision board. I decided not to bring my whole vision board out. It's windy. I can see everything getting blown around, and I actually thought about it. I don't want you to know everything that's on my vision board, but I did have to get this letter out, you guys. So I just want to show you who wrote me. It was Tony Shea, you guys. And the funny thing about it is, look at the date on that, June 18, 2009. Literally, it is May 2019. This is almost two weeks away, no, or maybe about a month away, give or take. 10 years, you guys, 10 years since I've had this letter, and it's been such a long time since I've opened it up. I just want to show you that that's my name. I am covering up the address because I don't need you to know the address, just saying, but that was handwritten by Tony Shea, you guys. Let me open this letter up. 1 second, you guys. Alright, you guys, here we go. So I had to cover this up. This is actually take 2, you guys, for the simple fact that I had the big address where I was staying at, and I don't need you guys to know where I was living at in San Diego, just saying. But the company that I used to work for, you guys, is Zappos. I used to work for Zappos many years ago, and you can see that's their old address. They've since moved downtown, you guys. But look at the date on that, you guys, June 16, 2009. Wow, you guys. Literally, it's been almost 10 years, and I haven't read this letter in many, many years. So let me read it to you. And this is what Tony Hsieh wrote to me, because I wrote him a letter. I was at a low point in 2008, 2009, right after the crisis, and I just needed some inspiration. I needed some advice. So I decided to write my old boss at my company. So this is what he wrote. Hi, Aisha. Thank you very much for writing. It is great to hear from, It is great to hear that you have found your passion and you are looking to start your own line. All entrepreneurs have a lot of failures on their paths to success. The secret is that you should just keep trying, and even if things don't work out, you've learned a lot in the process, which will help you in the next venture. Part of being an entrepreneur means that there is no playbook for how to do everything. If there was, and you already know what the next line is going to say, then there would be a lot more entrepreneurs. So true, so true. Every business is different, and part of your job as an entrepreneur is to be creative and resourceful and figure out the answers to your questions. If that doesn't sound fun or appealing for you, then you're probably better off, listen to this, better off being a manager or employee of an existing business and opposed to starting as opposed to starting a new business. You had written that you have strong ideas that will generate profitable and thriving career. What do I do with them? My advice is to always pick the one you're most passionate about, focus on it, and do it. That part right there, and do it. Just like Nike, you guys, just do it. I'm just saying, sometimes in life you just have to get up and do it. What are you waiting for? The right time? There's really never a perfect right time. You just got to get up and do it. That line right there meant a lot to me. Good luck to you, and I hope that we will be reading about you in the press soon. Thank you again for taking the time to write. Sincerely, Tony Hsieh. So you guys, this letter, in it, like I said, it's been a while. It's actually been more than a long while, probably more than 5 years, definitely more than 5 years since I actually opened this up and read it. But it meant so much to me, because let me tell you where I was. I was in San Diego at my parents' house. 2008 just had hit. As you can see, there's the date. So I'm not sure when. I have to find the old letter that I wrote him, because that'd be perfect. I need to actually have them all together in one spot. I have to look for that. But I don't think it took less than 2 weeks for him to write me back. True story. I was laying in my parents' house in the downstairs bedroom, and my dad walked in, and he was just looking at me like, God, you need to get up and do something. I would say I was slightly depressed because, you know, the economy was down. People had lost their jobs, their homes, everything. There was no jobs at the time. I was not working. I couldn't find a job. I moved back from Vegas to San Diego without a job lined up. I had a job lined up, but that's a whole nother story. And then it fell through, and then I had no job. So I had to move back out to San Diego, gave up my apartment, all those things. So I was laying down, and the mail came. So my dad walked into the bedroom, and I was laying on the bed, and there was a bunch of mail. And then he just I was laying down on the bed, he just slapped it down on me and goes, "Here's your mail." You know, not rudely or anything, but he goes, "Here's your mail, Aisha." And literally, as soon as I touched all my mail, I had maybe 5 or 6 pieces of mail. I literally felt like an instant surge, and I just started, bill, of course. And then there was that letter from Tony Hsieh from Zappos writing me back, giving me some inspiration and motivation. So with that being said, you guys, get up and get out and do something. Get motivated. Just saying, find a mentor. Okay, I'm done. Have an amazing day, you guys. Feel free to like, share this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. And thanks for watching Sit Down Sundays with Aisha. Bye.